Hey, English learners! Welcome back to Learn English with Chan and Cherry, the perfect place to get comfortable with your English. I'm Cherry.
Hello, Cherry, and hello, everyone. I'm Chan. How are you today, Cherry?
I'm doing great, Chan, but today I want to say something a little crazy.
Crazy? Uh-oh, what is it?
Don't learn grammar.
Wait, what? Cherry, we teach English. How can you say don't learn grammar?
I know. It sounds strange, but stay with me, okay? By the end of this episode, you will understand exactly what I mean.
Okay, I'm curious now. Because to be honest, grammar is the thing that scares me the most.
See? That's exactly the problem I want to talk about today.
All right, before we start, let's do the real quick thing.
Yes, quick reminder for everyone listening, please subscribe, hit that like button, share this with a friend who is learning English, and turn on your notifications. This podcast helps you speak English naturally, so don't miss an episode.
Okay, Cherry, now tell me, why do you say don't learn grammar? I study grammar every single day.
Let me ask you something first. When you talk to your mom, do you think about grammar rules before you speak?
No, I just speak.
Exactly. And that's in your own language, right?
Right.
So why do we think English needs a different method? A method full of rules, tables, and tenses?
You mean like present perfect, past continuous, all those confusing names?
Yes, exactly like that. Those names look scary, but the real language is not scary at all.
Okay. But grammar helps us speak correctly, no?
It can help a little later, but here's the trap, Chan. Most learners spend years studying grammar books, and they still cannot speak one full sentence with confidence.
Wait, really? Even after years of studying?
Yes, I've seen it so many times. Let me tell you a story.
Yes, please. I love your stories.
So, I had a student named Daniel, smart guy. He knew every grammar rule in the book. He could explain the difference between have done and did better than me.
Wow, that's impressive.
Right? But one day, a tourist asked him for directions in English, and Daniel just froze.
Froze? Like he couldn't say anything?
Nothing. He knew the grammar rules perfectly, but his brain was too busy checking rules instead of just talking.
Oh man, that's exactly how I feel sometimes. I think, wait, is this past tense or present perfect? And then I forget what I wanted to say.
Yes, that is the trap. Grammar rules are like too many cooks in the kitchen. Everyone is shouting instructions, and nobody actually cooks the food.
That's a great way to put it.
Thank you. So here's the interesting part, Chan. Small kids learn language without any grammar book at all.
Yeah, that's true. My little cousin speaks perfect Tagalog, and she never studied grammar.
Exactly. She learned by listening, copying, and using it every day. Real life, real situations, real mistakes. That's how humans naturally learn language.
So you're saying we should learn English like a baby?
Sort of, yes. Not exactly the same because adults can learn faster with some structure, but the main focus should be usage, not rules.
Okay, wait, I need this explained simpler. You mean like focus on speaking first and grammar comes naturally later?
Yes, that's it. Think of grammar like the skeleton of a body. It's important, but nobody looks at a skeleton and calls it beautiful.
True, that would be creepy.
Exactly. What people notice is the movement, the personality, the life in a person. That's like real communication. Grammar just supports it quietly in the background.
This is where things change for me, honestly, because I always thought first master grammar, then speak. But you're saying it's the opposite?
Yes, mostly opposite. Speak first, make mistakes, get corrected naturally, and grammar will slowly click in your brain.
But, Cherry, isn't it scary to speak wrong? People might laugh at me.
I understand that fear. Actually, so many of our listeners message us about this exact fear. You know, fear of judgment stops more people from speaking than lack of knowledge ever does.
That's so true. I think I'm more scared of embarrassment than actual mistakes.
Right, and here's something funny. Actually, native speakers also make grammar mistakes all the time.
Wait, seriously? Native speakers?
Yes! Have you ever heard someone say, me and him went to the store?
Yeah, actually, I've heard that many times in movies.
That's technically wrong grammar, but nobody stops the conversation to correct it because communication matters more than perfection.
Wow, I never thought about it that way.
I remember another story. I had a friend, Maria, from Brazil. Her grammar was, honestly quite messy. Verb tenses everywhere, wrong prepositions.
Sounds like me.
But she was so confident and friendly when she spoke that people loved talking to her. She got a job in an international company just from her communication skills.
Wait, even with grammar mistakes?
Yes, because the manager said she's clear, confident, and easy to understand. Nobody asked her to explain the passive voice.
Wow, that's actually really encouraging.
It should be, because so many learners quit English not because they're bad at it, but because grammar makes them feel like they're bad at it.
That's so true. I mean, I've felt like giving up a few times too, to be honest.
I know, and that breaks my heart because English is supposed to open doors for you, not close them.
Cherry, can I share something? Actually, in school, my teacher used to make us memorize huge grammar charts. And if we made one mistake, she would mark it in red pen, big and bold.
Oh, I know that feeling well. That red pen probably scared more students away from English than it ever helped.
Exactly. I used to feel my stomach drop every time she handed back our papers.
That's actually a common experience around the world. So many schools focus on testing grammar instead of building confidence, and test scores don't equal real conversation skills.
Wow, that's such an important point. So basically, someone could get a perfect grammar score but still freeze in a real conversation.
Exactly like Daniel, perfect on paper but silent in real life. That gap is the real problem we need to fix.
So, Cherry, what should we actually do instead of studying grammar books all day?
Great question. First, listen a lot. Podcasts like ours, movies, YouTube videos, just fill your ears with real English.
Okay, listening. Got it.
Second, speak every single day, even if it's just to yourself in the mirror.
Talking to myself? People will think I'm crazy.
Trust me, it works. Your mouth needs practice, just like your legs need practice before running a marathon.
Okay, that makes sense actually.
Third, notice patterns instead of memorizing rules. For example, instead of memorizing past simple formula, just notice that people say, I watched a movie yesterday, again and again.
You mean like just absorb the pattern naturally instead of thinking about the rule name?
Exactly, yes. Your brain is smarter than you think. It can learn patterns just from exposure.
Wait, here's the interesting part I want to ask. What if I say something wrong? Should I just ignore it?
No, not ignore, but don't panic either. Let's imagine a scenario, okay?
Okay, I'm imagining.
Imagine you're at a coffee shop and you say, I am go to buy a coffee. It's wrong grammar, right?
Yeah, should be I am going to buy.
Right. But the coffee shop worker still understands you and gives you your coffee. Mission complete. Communication successful.
True, they don't grade my speech like a teacher.
Exactly. So the real goal is get your message across and slowly improve without stress killing your confidence.
This is honestly changing how I think about learning English.
I'm so happy to hear that. Another thing actually, don't compare yourself to grammar perfect textbooks. Real English is messy, casual, full of shortcuts.
You mean like people saying gonna instead of going to?
Yes, or wanna instead of want to. Textbooks don't always teach that, but real people use it every day.
Wow, I feel like textbooks kind of tricked me a little.
Not tricked exactly, but textbooks are just one small piece of the puzzle. Real life conversation is the bigger picture.
Cherry, one more question. What about people who are already adults, working professionals, and they feel it's too late to change their learning style?
Never too late, Chan. Actually, I taught a businessman named Hassan in his 40s who spent 30 years believing grammar first was the only way. When he switched to speaking first practice, within 3 months, his confidence in meetings completely transformed.
Just 3 months? That's fast.
Because he stopped wasting energy on memorizing rules and instead spent that energy actually talking, listening, and practicing real conversations with real people.
That's so inspiring. So age really doesn't matter here?
Not at all. What matters is your method and your mindset. Drop the fear, focus on communication, and everything else follows naturally.
So basically, grammar books alone can become a trap if we depend on them too much.
Yes, that's the whole point of today's episode. Grammar isn't useless, but making it your main focus, especially in the beginning, slows you down and kills your confidence.
Wow, I actually feel relieved hearing this. I always felt guilty for not knowing every grammar rule.
You don't need to feel guilty at all. Confidence and communication matter way more than perfect rules.
You won't believe this, but now I actually want to go speak English with someone right after this episode.
That's the spirit, Chan. That's exactly the energy I want from all our listeners, too.
So, quick recap for everyone listening. Listen daily, speak daily, notice patterns, don't fear mistakes, and remember, it's never too late to start.
Perfect summary. And remember, grammar will come naturally with time and practice. Don't let it stop you from speaking today.
This was such an eye-opening episode, Cherry. I have one question for our listeners now.
Go ahead, ask them.
Have you ever felt scared to speak English because of grammar mistakes? Tell us your story in the comments below.
Yes, we really want to hear from you. Share your experience and let's support each other in this journey.
Thank you so much for listening today, everyone.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we'll see you in the next episode of Learn English with Chan and Cherry.
Bye, everyone. Take care.